Hey guys, so I thought I'd just kind of do a quick video. I guess this is kind of be a bus update. Did a cold start on that one just now. Filmed it, separate video, but I got to move this one up because I don't have to, but I'm going to do some work on it today to, occupy my day a little bit more. 799's got state inspection coming up tomorrow morning, so they allowed me to grab a spare. And I got 711, which is a 2009 C2 with a Mercedes 926. So I just thought I'd kind of talk about the Columbus trip a little bit. There's something on my floor. Kind of looks like plywood coming apart up under here. Feels like it too. Just coming up through the holes where the bolts were. So that's always fun. But yeah, here are my 4 mirrors that I got and my battery box door. I kind of rushed through the Columbus video because it was very, very cold and it was windy and it was snowy, which made it feel colder. It's actually 1 degree colder today than it was that day up there, but it's not windy or snowing, so it doesn't feel as bad. It's 33 degrees right now, so today's Monday. The meet was on Saturday, so basically there's a bus parts place in Lebanon where Noah lives called C&C Bus Parts. Very, very cool place. He had a 2004 Bluebird International. You can see me, hello, in my bus uniform. But he had a 2004 Bluebird International that was getting sent off to scrap soon. So I paid him for the mirrors, this battery box door, and the switches up here, which I know I mentioned in the video from Columbus, but didn't really show much of it off. So because he was kind of pressed on time, because I didn't want the whole battery box door and I didn't want this entire setup here, but he went ahead and didn't charge me any extra for any of it. But I just wanted the door switch here because this one over here is the switch facing is wearing, and I wanted the blue bezel around it, so yeah, I just wanted really the door switch here. See if we can see it in better light here. There we go. But it was just easier to pull this entire thing than it was to just pull the door switch. So looks like this one's actually a little different. You see mine are all separate. You can see you can take them off separately like that, but this one is all one piece. That's interesting. So I'm gonna have to pop this driver dome switch out and put one of the blanks in, and hopefully I'm gonna look at the plugs and stuff on the back before I really do all that, make sure it's the same, because I think that one had an electric door, this one's an air door. I don't think it'd be any different, but it might be, so I'm gonna check that before I swap it over. But even if it is different, I've got the extra switches in case I need them later, in case anybody else needs them. But basically, I got the cross view mirrors, I got the side view mirrors. This one is the driver's side, I think. So they're heated, but these are the Avia style Roscoe mirrors, and I was thinking about putting those on this, but my cross view mirror brackets are not aluminum, they're painted black, and I can see better out of these mirrors. So that is going to be waiting for the next bus that comes along, because whenever that one's gone, I'm sure it'll be a Bluebird International coming next, or really any mid-2000s Bluebird, which will probably have those mirrors on it anyways. So if it's a Bluebird International, I've got the cross views and the side view mirrors to match. Now for this battery box door, I really only wanted the latch because it's chrome, but it's just easier to take off these 2 screws here for the whole door than it was to drill through, or not really drill through any rivets, but take off those 4 nuts. So I totally understand why he did that, and I probably would have done the same, and he didn't charge me any extra for it. So it all worked out. But this one, as far as getting up to Columbus and back, this bus, Did absolutely wonderful. It actually exceeded my expectations. Last time I took it on a long trip, I barely knew how to drive stick shift, so I think that was my main issue. But took me a lot longer to get up there that time than I was hoping, and I figured this trip would be about the same, but no, I actually made pretty good time in this. And I actually ended up waking up an hour late and still making it there on time. So I was budgeting an extra hour that I didn't need to budget originally. So, yeah, but it ran about 65 on flat ground. I topped out at 70.2 downhill in a tailwind, because I have to use my phone as a GPS, and it tells you by tenths. Let's see. Here's some goodies I got from Rush. So, there's this little stress bus, Rush Bus Centers. I have one that has our international dealer worldwide on it. Got a koozie. Got a keychain. So if you ever need a used bus and you want to look at Rush, go to Rush and contact him. Ian, he's one of the ones that was responsible for getting the meat put together. And there's also this cup. It looks like just a normal red Solo cup, but it's actually like thicker plastic. So, let's see. That's the bill for disposing of the old tires. So basically, to get this thing ready for Columbus, I did have a couple videos filmed, but I didn't really like the way they turned out. I really didn't have a lot of time to film, so I was kind of rushed there as far as getting the bus ready. And also, at Columbus, I was more focused on getting, my socializing in with the people that I haven't seen in a while, or the people I just haven't met yet. So basically, when I got the tires replaced, we'll go look at that here in a little bit. I just bought the tires and the 2 rims. Had a moving blanket here, and I put 3 tires, stacked 3 tall, and rolled the 4th one behind them. And that's the way I brought them here. Took them down to the tire shop because they weren't open on the weekend. Took them down there to dispose of them. That's what that bill is up there. The bill to dispose of them was like $50, which isn't bad. Let's go outside, and we will look around. Here are my new recaps. 11R 22.5, of course. Take this magnet off. But here we go. You can see the white rims behind there. Those are the 2 new rims, brand new rims that I got, and then these 2 black ones came from Luke, the ones that are on the outside. Was gonna try and find simulators, but didn't really have any luck. Didn't really have a lot of time, and simulators I found were kind of costly. I'd rather have under the lug nut simulators because I'm afraid that they'll fall off on the road. But there's this side. You can also see the white rim in there, I think. I can see it. I don't know if it's picking up on camera. Take this magnet off too. 23 seemed to be a pretty big hit at the show. I was glad about that. People really seem to enjoy it. I got to meet a few of you all, so I thought that was pretty cool. I always like meeting the people who, come up to me and say, hey, I watch your YouTube channel, which that's the first time this has happened. But that was kind of a surreal feeling because, I used to be in your all's shoes where I was your age and I had those that I looked up to, especially Matt S4290 and Texas Street Man, Matt and John. Now I'm pretty good friends with John, and fairly well acquainted with Matt, I would say. I don't talk to him that often, but let's see. Yeah, I had to do an oil change on this too, which it's supposed to take 22 quarts, but it ended up taking about 24. So it's good that I bought 24. Oil filter and everything. I actually bought the wrong oil originally. I bought 5W40, I think, and needed 15W40. And whenever I exchanged the 5W40, I got like a $95 rebate, so that was nice. Let's see. So I saved about $100 on that oil change that I I'd pretty much already spent, but I got the money back. So it ended up costing me about $130 for the oil and the filter. and did it all myself. The tires, I had some coworkers at the truck shop help me. I bought the rims and the tires. I didn't have them mounted at the tire shop. I just had them, we just loaded tires in the back and, took it to a place where I could put the tires on where the tools were there, and because I don't have the tools to take wheels off. But yeah. Let's see. I did also forget to mention in the video, it had already been long gone by that point, but in the Columbus video, there was a super coach that was there. It was actually another enthusiast that I used to talk to a lot more. It was her super coach. She was out of Indiana. She sold it to a guy about an hour from me, and then he sold it to a guy in the Columbus area. So we were talking about it. He's actually from down my way, if he's watching this video. Still love that bus. Because he'd mentioned he'd seen some of my videos before. So let's see, anything else? I think that's about it. I've rambled on for 11 minutes now. Had a good time in Columbus. Really enjoyed the meet. As far as I was aware, it was kind of an invite-only thing, so that's why I was kind of a little hush-hush about it. But thank you, Mike and Ian, for organizing the event and allowing me to come. I'm very thankful that I got to make it up there, that it kind of got me off my butt to get some stuff done to this bus that it needed done, aka the oil change and the rear tires, and got some nice parts out of it. Took 23 on a long trip, so I think it needed, honestly. It's never ran better, probably because of the oil change. I'd say it's a big part of it, but just I was very shocked at how well it did. So yeah, that'll be it. Thanks for watching.